A man walked into an airport and ended up living there for nearly 18 years. It sounds impossible, but it really happened. In 1988, an Iranian refugee named Mehran Karimi Nasseri arrived at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris. The problem began when his travel documents went missing during his journey. Without a valid passport and without permission to officially enter France, he found himself trapped in an unbelievable situation. He couldn't continue his journey, and he couldn't simply leave the airport. Days turned into weeks. Then weeks turned into months. Slowly, the airport terminal became his home. Mehran slept on benches, carefully organized the few belongings he had, and spent hours reading newspapers and books. Airport employees began to know him by name. Passengers saw him sitting in the same place every day. Before long, his story spread around the world. The most remarkable part was that he built an entire daily routine inside the airport. He woke up early, read for hours, talked with airport staff and travelers, and kept trying to resolve his complicated legal situation. But the years continued to pass. International newspapers published stories about the man who lived in an airport. Documentaries were made, and millions of people became fascinated by the idea of someone living in a place designed only for people passing through. At one point, authorities even offered solutions to resolve his legal status. But the process became so complicated that he remained at the airport for years longer. While airplanes took off and landed every day, Mehran stayed there, watching thousands of people come and go. For nearly 18 years, that airport terminal was his home. His extraordinary story became so famous that it inspired books and even the hit movie. The terminal. Perhaps the most incredible part is this. Thousands of people walked through that airport every day without realizing that. Just a few meters away, someone was living a completely different life. A life without a traditional home, without a permanent city, and without knowing exactly when it would finally come to an end. In the end, the man who entered an airport, expecting to catch a flight, ended up turning an airport terminal into his home, and his story remains one of the most unbelievable true stories ever told about someone who simply never managed to leave.